We are going to talk about online platforms and how they are changing the business. First of all, we have an organization awareness and about how to listen your audience, locate conversations by country and region, even though create top quality content based on trends crucial, identify new prospects, and for sure create target audiences. At the end of the day, we have the visible outcomes and the lost opportunities. Those lost opportunities are the ones that we need to explore about how we could enrich and provide a solution to the market. In one hand, we need to see the different moments of truth. First, we have the zero, which is when the people is just searching about it. Then the first one, which is when the people is deciding and have the willingness to make the purchase, and for sure checking the finishing touches to be sure about what they are going to buy. Then we have the second moment of truth. After they make the purchase, how everything works, if it's good or a bad product. In this case, we are going to go to the third moment of truth. In this specific case, what we are going to see is about the recommendation of the customer. If it's a good experience, they are going to talk good about it. If it's a bad one, they are going to mention also. So that's why it's really important. About the business model, well, we have, for example, iOS, or even in the case of, let's say, Android, that they are based in the way how they interact with the stakeholders. This kind of advantage, and let's talk about Apple in 2010, well, they changed the business because they provided a new solution, a new alternative versus, for example, BlackBerry or Nokia. So because of it, we have the opportunity to see how Apple, with the multi-collaborational vendors that they had, they provided a better service than, for example, BlackBerry. And let's say also about how this experience is changing the business, because not just with these brands, but also, for example, Alibaba. Well, in the case of this retailer, what we have here is that they build this kind of B2B infrastructure, and they have the opportunity to provide a better performance, a better structure, and for sure to be closer, not just to the customer, but also to the vendor. In fact, they could connect customer and vendor without to be in the middle. This is a very interesting advantage from the Amazon model. Amazon is developing everything from packaging until the products by themselves. That's why our different business models, both of them are successful. However, the approaches are very different. And even though we could talk about, for example, in the case of eBay, which is a strong cross-site network with FX, this business model is very focused also in the relationship with vendors. And for sure, all of these companies have something in common about the cloud platforms, how you could see the difference enrichment about the platforms and how you could see the interaction about them. So many firms are in this clouding world. In the other case, we have, for example, how the different applications, especially the communication applications, are working through by themselves. So it's really important to consider how some of them maybe do not apply in all the countries, as the case of China, for example, but also some of them are focused just for employees, not for the entire stakeholders in an organization. So that's why it's really important to have this in consideration. And for sure, this kind of processes about cloud intelligence provides you the opportunity to see many different approaches. And at the end, every aspect of new technologies needs to be considered to implement improvements into the different fields of the digital companies. And let's say that this is one of the most important components in e-commerce. So thank you so much.